Hi everyone, Shannon from Shannon Feeling Crafty here. I'm going live today to make a wreath. It's a technique called the Klever Petal, which I have never made before, and a wreath design I've never made before. So it's going to be interesting. So I'm just going to start. Even though I don't think anybody's here yet. I think I'm a little early, so maybe I won't start. I'll wait just a minute or two. Oh, no, somebody is here. So please, when you come, make sure that you say hello so I'm not feeling like I'm talking to myself. Hopefully I will be able to see your comments. Ultimately, I'm going to turn the camera down so you can see the table, but first, I put my pipe cleaners on already. I don't have blue pipe cleaner, so these are all going to be blue. And then I'm going to do red and white stripes around this side for this eagle sign I already put on my page. So I'm going to turn my camera down a little bit so you can see my craft table. Okay. If you are there, please say hello. Let me see what time it is. Okay, it's 4:30 now, so I'm just gonna wait just one more second. I'm waiting for my friend Carla to come on because I'm using her petal design today, which looks like this. This is a Klever Petal designed by my friend Carla at Carla's Klever Crafts. First thing I'm gonna do is show you how to make this petal. Hi Danielle, the first thing I'm going to do is show you how to make it. Carla makes it with 21-inch mesh cut at 10 inches, or, hi Carla, or 10-inch mesh cut at 16 inches. I decided to go extra today. I'm making mine with 10-inch mesh cut at 20 inches. So, do you say that Pulang? Hi. Hi, Hertha, nice to have you here. So the first thing you do is lay out your mesh. And I know this is like a mirror image, so I usually take the right corner and pull it up like this. And I was taught very well, so I put a clip on it. I'm not looking at the comments right this second, but I appreciate you coming. I'm going to take this part that's curled up. Hi, Nancy. I'm going to say Gore and Lorraine. I apologize if I say anything wrong. I'm going to take this curled part and fold it over so that it's touching that line right there. I'm not as good at teaching this petal as Carla, who made it up. Then I flip it over and do the same thing on this side. And then I just scrunch it up the middle. And there's your Klever Petal. So I'm gonna put a little clip on that from the Dollar Tree. I need to get bigger ones. And that's how it looks when you're done. And you can put it in like this, or you could turn it over and put it in like this. Thank you, Carla, I appreciate that. Carla's Klever Crafts is right there in the comments. She made this up and she goes live every day. And unless I'm not feeling well or I'm not home, I watch her. So I've been dying to try this new idea. She usually puts 3 in each section, but I always like to kind of do my own thing. So I'm going to try 4. I want it to be really full, and I like the way it overlaps. So one thing that I did ahead of time is I used this cruffle holder thing to make my petals. I'm going to put it down here so that I can reach it better, but I wanted to show it to you. So, oops. So I'm going to take them out and put them in, starting here. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Thank you, Carla, for managing my comments when I can't be on there and talk to all the people like I do. I appreciate so many people being on today, so that I'm going to tighten that. So I wanted this to look kind of like the flag, since the sign that I'm using also has the flag design. This is an 8-inch sign. It's matte. I got it from Temu, whatever they want us to call them now, from the Super Bowl commercial. So that's one so far. Let's see what it looks like going around. This is a poly burlap mesh. I think I got it from Craft Outlet. If you ever look at my designs, I use this mesh more than anything. I don't know why. I know a lot of people like sparkly, and I do too, especially at the holidays. But for some reason, this is my favorite mesh. So that's 2 so far. And Made by Monroe Designs did this cool little cruffle holder that I'm using with my Klever Petals, which I'm super excited by. I see there are a lot of people here. Thank you so much. Darshane and Derek, thank you for stopping by. I know my face isn't showing now, but I will pop it up later to say hello. So I'm going to try not to go too slow, but yet again, I have never tried this before, so I'm excited to do it, but also a little nervous to see how it's going to come out. I've seen Carla do it many times, and I've seen other examples by other people. Hi, Happy, but I've never really even tried to make a petal. Well, I tried to make one petal before this. So that's what it looks like so far. That's just one section down. So I'm going to keep going. Is that Farik? I can't read it, sorry. Yes, I have it on my iPad. I don't know why I looked up there. Thank you for everyone who is here. Simon, thank you. So I'm just going to go around, and I think I'm going to put ribbons on every other petal when I'm done. And I hope this looks somewhat like a flag. So I'm just going to keep going around. Hello, everyone who's popping in. There's so many pipe cleaners. I'm getting a little bit mixed up here. Apologize about that. I'm super excited about trying this. If anybody wants me to show how to make the petal again, I'm happy to do that. Carla, how do you think the petals look so full so far? The flag design is a great idea. I'm going to say that's Ani watching. Thank you so much for joining us. I've done flag designs before, but not with a sign, really. And this can be used really for this weekend, Memorial Day. And hey there, Lori, hi, nice to see you. It can be used for this weekend and really all summer, but also 4th of July, Flag Day, Veterans Day. I kind of like patriotic things year round, but there are some special times that we use them. You're loving them. You've been cutting at 8 inches. Yeah, you know what? I tried 18 inches with that other mesh, and I just couldn't get it right. And that's really why I tried it to cut it at 20. So I'm loving it so far, but I'm a little nervous. This is the part I'm excited by. This is something that just happens really with the Klever Petal, where it overlaps a little bit like that. So I'm excited about how maybe the sign will look in the middle. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Teresa. Hi. Some people I know and some new friends, which is nice. Last time I didn't tell anybody I was going live. This time I decided to share it. I'm putting the petals in like curl side up. I will show how to make another petal in a few minutes for all the people who are on now. I think I might have done that when only a couple people were on. So there's my flag design so far. And I'm going to get to the navy blue very soon. I did not have navy blue pipe cleaners. Otherwise, these would have all been color coded. This one is a little bit frayed. I did cut it with a wood burning tool, but this one is a little too frayed for my taste, so I'm gonna make another one right now. So I always cut my mesh with a wood burning tool, even if it's something where the fraying won't show, out of habit, because I don't like it fraying when I'm making it. So yet again, this is a roll of 10-inch poly burlap mesh, probably from Craft Outlet, because that's my favorite. And I got a big box from Craft Outlet today, as well as BB Crafts, so I'm super excited about that. So I take the corner and I bring it up to meet the other corner, and then put a clip there. Then fold it in at the bottom and have this point touch that line there. I don't know if you can see that line. Michelle and Anna, I hope I'm saying that right. Sometimes it's hard when you're on Facebook and you don't know people's names or how to say them. So I'm folding this in, and also you just ordered Craft Outlet too. My Craft Outlet wasn't supposed to come till tomorrow, and my BB Crafts today. And the reason I made the orders, hi Jacqueline, was because I'm making dragon wreaths. I'm finally gonna try to make dragon wreaths. And my son Brady, who is 20, has no interest in my wreaths, but I'm making a dragon and he's kind of excited about that. So after you fold the other side to the line here, you just bunch it up through the middle, and that's your petal. And so I'm gonna put this one in now, since I didn't like the one that I already had made. I know this mesh is going to fray because there are a lot of cut edges showing, and that's okay. I'm just gonna have to deal with it because I love how this petal looks. If you're just joining and you have not ever used mesh or mesh like this, if cut edges are showing, it's a good idea to bring them on video. Bring what on video? I don't know what that's saying. It's a good idea to use a wood burning tool. That's what this is right here. I'm going to show you. This is my wood burning tool as a chisel top, and this is a tempered glass mat. Most people use a clear one, but I have one that's got all the lines on it. Hi Peter, hi Wendy, thank you for joining. So I'm about to finish the flag part. 2 more sections, although, did I not make enough? Maybe I did not count properly. It's highly possible. And I will have to turn the wood burning tool on and show you. Oh no, I do have 2 extra pieces here that I can make. All right, 1 more white that I have, and then I'm gonna have to make 4 because apparently I didn't make them before. I was too busy putting some chairs together today. I've lived here since March 15th, but this is a dining room table that I really bought for my crafts. But I'm gonna have company and other people are gonna have to sit at it, so I'm gonna have to pretend like it's a dining room table later. All right, so I'm gonna make 4 more because I didn't make them already. So here is a red and a white, and I have another red and white here. Hopefully I can make these quickly. Really loving how this is overlapping. This is one of my favorite things about this, about these petals. So again, this is 10-inch mesh cut to 20 inches. I'm going corner to corner. I'm using a clip. I'm like almost a pro at this petal now, Carla. I don't know if you're still there. All right, so then you take the corner and you fold it over and put it to this line underneath. Then you flip it over. Hello to everyone who is watching. And then after you turn it over, you fold this side and you gather it in the middle. I'm doing it right. Hi, Kim. This is so new to me. This one is sticking up. And I've been scared to do it because the last 2 times that I did lives, I was doing something that I had done a million times before and I was really comfortable with. So this is like the first live where I'm not doing that. I'm a pro at it. I love you so much, Carla. All right, another one. I'm doing the same thing. I'm folding it over corner to corner. I've watched her make this a million times, but I'm still nervous. Then I fold it here so that the corner is touching. Flip it over. Do the same thing on the other side. This got a little offline, so I'm gonna fix that. And then scrunch it together in the middle. Kim, it's so good to see you on here. You're 3 for 3 on watching my lives. I don't know if anybody else has been 3 for 3 so far watching me. So my friend Kim just commented. I know her from high school. Back feels like 100 years ago now. 1991. So I'm not gonna do the math for you. You can do it yourself. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate it so much. Actually, I'm having a craft night tonight. So I had to get this in before my friends come over. They're coming over at 5:30 and we're gonna make jewelry. So Teresa, if you're still there, I'm making jewelry later and I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm gonna do a white one. After I do these 2 white ones, then we are gonna move on to navy blue. I picked navy blue over royal blue because of the sign, actually. Sometimes with patriotic things, they're made with brighter blues or royal blues, and sometimes they're made with navy, more like the flag. And that's really what this sign is going to be like. My last patriotic design was very glittery and brighter, but I want this one to be more matte and kind of serious, I guess. Maybe for the Memorial Day weekend vibes. I'm actually wearing my Indy 500 shirt now. I don't know if you can see it, because this is race weekend in addition to Memorial Day weekend, and they do a lot of Memorial Day things at the okay, I have one more here, I didn't remember, at the races. So last year for my 50th birthday I went to the Indy 500, so that's where I got this shirt, and it reminds me of Memorial Day and I don't have a patriotic shirt for some reason. So here we go with the red and white. All the red and white is done, so I'm curious to see what it's gonna look like when we add the navy blue. So here's the first navy. I don't know if it looks navy on there or more black, but I think it matches the sign pretty well. Sometimes I find that colors don't look exactly the same on camera. I don't know if you guys notice that. When I take pictures of my wreaths to post them, I get really frustrated because I can't get the color exactly right. I did actually lose my scissors for a second, which is so cliche. All right, I'm just gonna cut this fray off. My son was making a tulip wreath the other week and he was working on it when I was still asleep, and he really cut himself with these scissors, but these are the greatest scissors ever. So how do you like it with the navy so far? any crafters out there have opinions on the Klever Petal, or anybody else that's watching have an opinion on how cool this Klever Petal is. It's certainly not the normal way. You lose your clip. I know, but I don't have big clips like you. I was thinking of going to the Dollar Tree today, but somehow I ran out of time. I was thinking about going there to buy some normal size clips because I have these little tiny ones and they don't hold the poly burlap mesh together. So, all right, so just a few more. This is going much faster than I thought. I hope you're liking the design so far. I think I'm really liking it. I almost don't even want to put a sign in the middle of this because of the way it's standing up. Kim, my friend Carla, is in the comments, and this is a Klever Petal because her page is Carla's Clever Crafts, and she came up with this not long ago, and I watch her live all the time, so I'm trying it out for the first time, but I'm using a lot more than she does. I'm using 4 per section, whereas I've seen her use 3. But I feel like with most wreaths that I make, I somehow choose to use more mesh than most people. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but most of my designs I usually use more mesh per section than most of the other crafters I watch. So, but I wanted the overlapping effect to really look, hi Sandy, hi Kelly, thank you. I wanted to overlap so much on this design. This is going to be the middle here, and I wanted to be able to see all this, which is actually really poofy. And maybe put some stars. I painted some stars, but I'm not sure. Let's see, how many more do I have to do? 4 maybe? I have 4 more to do, and then we'll have this done. And then I'm gonna have to decide where to put the ribbons. I was thinking to put these with the stars over the blue to give it more of a flag look, and red and white stripes over the red and white every other one to give it a stripe look like the flag. Put that up too high. I feel like I'm getting the look I want, but this is the super poofy in the middle. So if you have a storm door, this is not your wreath. I actually hang more in my home than I hang on doors. I can't get this one tight enough. I'm not sure why. I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wreaths hanging in my home. That may be a little bit excessive. I'm not sure. So what does everyone think so far? Kelly, you love it. Kim, you can't wait to see the finished wreath, but you have to go. Have a great weekend, Kim. Thank you for stopping by. You can always watch on replay. And I am going to put this on my YouTube channel. I just started using my YouTube channel. It's been sitting there. Hi, look at Emerald Bay Boutique. Please tell me what your first name is. You told me before, I forget. So we keep each other honest by showing videos when we go to Hobby Lobby. But I went to Michael's this last time and had to show a video of the random things that I bought. So I have 2 more. And then maybe you guys can give me some opinion on Liz. Great, thank you so much for telling me. So many of us have our names in our craft or page title, and then some of us don't. And so you know, in my mind, I'm like, oh, that's Emerald Bay Boutique, or that's, you know, Fit Life at 50, or whatever it is. And then when it's a situation like this, I realize I really do need to know your name so that I'm not calling you that. But I do feel like all of you other content creators, whether it's craft, jewelry, or other, are like friends after all this time. Like some of you I've known for a year or longer. So we have like a sense of community situation, which is great. And when I talk about you guys, I'm like, my friend, and they know I'm talking about people on Facebook. Because if I just said my best friend's name, Nicole, like I wouldn't say my friend. So whenever I say my friend, I'm like my friend Pink, or my friend Bliss D, or my friend Raina, I'm always talking about you guys. All right, so what do you think so far? I'm gonna lift this up a tiny bit. Thank you, Carla. So now I'm not really sure with the ribbons. Like my idea with the ribbon was to actually put the stars on the blue. So, can you still see? See? Okay. Thank you. So I have these thin ones and I have these thicker ones, and I've gone back and forth. So I'm gonna try one of each. I haven't cut any of my pipe cleaners off because I have no idea what I'm doing at this point. Actually, during any of this, I don't. I'm just kind of winging it. So this is cut at 12 inches and I just dovetailed it. And Isaac's autistic journey. So is this Isaac who is here with us? So I'm going to do every other one. I'm going to try one with this big one, and then I'm going to try one with the smaller one, and you guys can tell me. So I'm going to try every other one. This is the bigger ribbon. I'm just putting it in a V, which I did a terrible job of showing you, but I will do it in a minute. So there's one with the big one. And now I'm going to put a smaller one in just to see the difference. Now that I'm looking at it, I think I want the smaller one, because I don't want the mesh to all be covered up. In fact, I might even cut my ribbon a little smaller. Okay, so I'm just putting it in a V, so I'm going to bunch it up the middle and hopefully turn these down, the wires down. So 1, 2. So I'm going to skip one, and then here I'm going to put the thin, that this is a 2.5 and this is a 1.5. So someone give me your opinion about which one you like better, the 2.5 or the 1.5. Oops, that's totally crooked. I think I might like the little one better. So do you like the 2.5 ribbon there, or is it too much? Or do you prefer the smaller ribbon so you can still see the mesh? Any opinions? Carla, Teresa, anybody, Liz, anybody who's still there, which one do you think looks better? And also I have, for the other side, while I'm waiting for someone's opinion, I have this, which also is good for candy canes, but I use this on an army wreath. The little one, Kelly, I agree with you, thank you. So I'm just gonna dovetail this one, and I have a thinner one as well. The thinner one is not quite as dark, but I think I can handle that. Smaller, this is smaller too. So I guess I'll use smaller for both. So let's see what that looks like when we put that in. And then I am going to find my clippers, because I scare myself when I cut pipe cleaners with scissors. I don't know why. Carla, I know you always do that, but like I feel like I'm gonna hurt myself when I do that. And I hurt myself enough. I don't know if any of you saw that. I did a good little glue gun burn right there the other day. All right, so we're gonna do the smaller one and save these big ones for something else wonderful. So I only cut 4 of these because I'm planning on using every other one. I'm not really that great at dovetailing, I'm not gonna lie. I do the best I can, but I need to practice at it a little bit more. All right. All right, here it is with the smaller ones in every other section. So do we think you have hurt yourself? Oh, you would. Listen, I have a scar right here. You can't see it, but I can, and it's a wood burn scar, and that took like at least a month to heal. But usually it's the blisters. I have cut myself twice with scissors, and those bleed forever because you give like a little snip, like it ends up being like a little corner cut. I know people who sew all told me to super glue it after I cut myself. But I used that liquid, I know, liquid bandage, whatever it's called. All right, so I'm gonna do, let's see, 2 more of these. And then we're gonna put the red and white ones in. Just checking the time, it's not bad. Thank you for those of you who are still on. I know a lot of people have been coming and going, which is what I do when I watch lives most often. Except I watch 2 regularly and I never leave early unless there's like the glue gun. You know what? I was wondering if I was going to use my glue gun today, and I thought maybe I should get those silicone things and pretend like I use them, but I really don't. So I didn't do that. But I should use something. It's just I don't feel like when I have gloves or something, like your internet keeps tagging the video. Lagging the video. I appreciate you, Carly. You're not allowed to leave. I forbid you. Because I'm going to watch Carla today. I don't know if you're on at 6 or 7. You have to remind me. 6, I think. Because on Thursdays I watch Art by Deborah Rose at 7. They're like my shows. Like I feel like I watch your kids showed up and just make your kids watch. I'm doing your thing. All right. I think I can cut the ribbons now. You have to tell me what you think. So I have these, and you're not going anywhere. So I have those done. I don't know if I'm gonna get the sign or any stars on today. I'm not as good at getting the sign exactly how I want. Usually I mess up and bad colorful words start flowing from my mouth. You're at 6 today. You were thinking 7. I purposely picked 4:30. Thinking that I would give you more time to get your act together when I'm done. Hopefully you're all planned, Carla, but you can also do things while you're on watching me, because sometimes I watch playoff hockey when I'm watching you, or something else. Like, I know your schedule better than you do. Oh, take your time. Okay. Well, honestly, I don't really know what I'm doing, which is typical. Here's like some more fraying. I don't know. Someone told me that you could spray this like with a sealer. I don't know if you've ever done that before, Carla, or if anybody else has. that if you put like the acrylic sealer or whatever on it, that it keeps the fraying down as well. I've never done that before. All right, here's what we have so far. What do you think? Well, Carla, that's why I'm here to tell you when your lives are. Because on Monday and Thursday, I watch you at 6 and Deborah at 7 every time. You did make the kids watch Hi Carla's Kids. I don't remember what your names are, but your mom is awesome. We're like sisters. I feel like that about a lot of my Facebook friends. You haven't used it. I want to do, oh, for the mesh. Yeah, no, I'll use it on like a loose one, because I have done stupid things like go back and burn the pieces that are fraying and then ruin something, because I just get like that, which is not smart. But I have Krylon and I have the Mod Podge spray, and I wonder if that starch would do like a similar thing. Hi Ash. I might have cut the wrong one. I totally did. So when you cut the wrong one and you're about to cry, don't go to your pipe cleaner stash, which mine is under my table, and grab a pipe cleaner and just stick it back through there. But also, if you weren't here, I would have cried or said some things that are not G-rated on my page. There we go. And I'm going to cut this one, I think. Not being very smart here. Yes, yes. Cut this one. I think I will probably touch this one a little bit and seal it just to see. But I don't know. Only a few more to cut, and then we'll get our ribbons on. Donnie and Virginia. Is this Donnie, Virginia, or both? Donnie, I've watched your lives before, and you and I do not do the same things, but I love watching other crafters that do different things than I do, because it gives me ideas. And mostly the reason that I don't do those things is not because I don't like them. It's because I'm scared. I don't know how to do it. And so I'm afraid that I will not be successful. So I love watching, people do florals or make bows or do things like that, because those are not things I'm comfortable with, and I would like to learn them because I think the things that you make are so cool. I was watching Donnie make some. Hi, Donnie. I was watching you make something with the flag on it the other day, but I came late, so I still have to. And I saw you do something with a wine bottle a while ago as well. But then I have to tell myself that I haven't always made wreaths, and I haven't always made wreaths in the way that I do now, and I've certainly never made a wreath like this one before. So I'm going to take my small red stripes, and I know people fold it over to their 12 inches, but I do it the hard way, and I don't do that. And I cut each piece. I don't know why I don't do it the easy way, but I don't. Yes, the boho wine bottle. Yeah, I loved that because I have never even, first of all, thought of doing things like that or felt like I was capable. So I think I need 8 of these. 4. And a lot of crafters that I know from online do that, just like resin crafts or jewelry. I mean, I said I'm making jewelry today because my friend needs to make jewelry. But I have no idea what I'm doing. She's going to be the boss of me and tell me what to do. All right, one more. And then I will dovetail them. This wasn't the ribbon I was planning on using, if you're wondering why I'm 100% not ready with this. Because this is how I craft in real life. I kind of fly by the seat of my pants, I'm not gonna lie. And I will rip things apart. I am not afraid to just rip things right apart. You don't know how I do these? Just like watching you. I mean, I've watched so many people, and I try not to copy tutorials exactly because that would be too easy. But also I just like kind of doing my own thing. Like here I am doing the Klever Petal, which is Carla's Klever Petal thing, but I'm not doing it exactly the same as her. I love the way she does it, but I cut my mesh bigger because I felt uncomfortable folding it the right way. And because I want it mine fuller, so I'm using more pieces. And mine is exceptionally full right now. I don't know if it's too full or not. We're gonna find out in a minute. Donnie, usually come on during the day, is that correct? I think maybe if you come on at the same time every day, you're live at 7? Okay, good, thanks. So I don't know your schedule, or I forgot what day it is. Either way. Oh, I think today's Thursday, that's what. So it's not that I don't know your schedule, Carla. It's that I don't know what day it is. And as a retired person, that happens to me a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I don't always know what day it is. My son came home from school from Delaware on the 22nd. And that morning, my other son was like, oh, Brady comes home today. I had no idea because I had my days wrong or whatever. But it was a pleasant surprise. So now I'm going to put the red and white ones in, and hopefully this mesh is not as stiff, so I don't really love it that much, but it's the only 1.5 inch red and white mesh I have. There has been a change in yours, you do? No. I may have missed it if you put what time you come on, because I find that if I set an alarm on my phone, like I need to wake up, like the really obnoxious one, then I will make a live, but otherwise I won't. And afterwards I'll be really mad at myself. So I set it for like 5 minutes before, usually, for Carla and Deborah, which I always watch. And then some of you, either I get a message telling me you're going live, like some people will invite me, or I just am on Facebook so much that it tells me that you're live, or I scroll through and you happen to be in my feed, which is super exciting when things that I want to see in my feed are actually in my feed. All right, I'm hoping this is gonna look like it did in my imagination, because that doesn't always happen, which doesn't make me happy, but. All right, what do you think so far with the striped ribbon and the star ribbon? I still, so much mesh shows, like that was why I really wanted to do the petal design with an 8-inch sign, because I wanted the mesh to really be the star of this, because the petal is so cool. But poly burlap phrase so much. It was only half an hour earlier. It was a quick live. You were nervous today? Donnie, you don't seem at all nervous when you're on. You seem like such a natural, the way that you talk to people, and you're so happy. Kelly, you think you're freezing up? I don't know if I'm freezing up. I'm not freezing up on my iPad where I'm watching myself, because I thought I would see comments better down here, but mostly I don't. But I can see my wreath on the screen better than on my little phone. I'm not good with the comments. I thought about doing the computer, but one of your meds this morning. He makes really cool things like that all the time, Carla. You really should follow him and watch him sometimes because he does things we really don't do much. And that's what I like about watching him. Hello, Ruth. Thank you for joining us. I'm really almost done with the ribbons, I think. I only have a few left. I never know which way this mesh goes because it looks kind of the same on both sides. I don't really like how frayed this is right here, so I'm gonna do something to tweak that after the fact, because I get really bent out of shape when anything on the mesh frays, and sometimes it just does, like no matter what you do, but I need to get over that some and find a way to prevent it from happening on this particular petal. I am definitely gonna try to spray them and even maybe spray them before I put them on. I don't know if that's the solution, but the more you mess with the mesh, the worse the fraying. I have my ribbons kind of straight. I sort of wanted that for this, but I don't know what I think yet. So if you are watching me for the first time, this is my 3rd live ever. I have severe anxiety, but I used to be a music teacher. So the only reason I'm not totally freaking out is because I can't see you. It's because I can't see you, and because if I totally freak out, I can be like, okay, done. I'm leaving now. But people are so supportive when they come on your live. That happens to you sometimes too, Carla? Is that to me or to Donnie? I mean, it's so severe that I really don't go places much, and if I do, I go like at the time that other people don't. Like, I know I talk about going to craft stores, but I will really go to Hobby Lobby before it opens. I'll be that person. Oh, to Kelly, I'll be that person like waiting outside Hobby Lobby so that when I go in there, no one else is in there. Carla, I did not put this in tight enough. I could not pull on my ribbons, which is what you always taught me to do. Still to this day. I think it's hard not to, because also I think the numbers are part of it, which we shouldn't really look at, but it's hard not to because they're there. So even though I have come and gone on lives before for whatever reason it is, I think seeing that people came and then they left is, did you say uh-oh to me? I know. I don't think that I do as good of a job as you do on mine. I don't think I make them tight enough or pinch them well enough or something, because they're still moving a little bit. You have autism level 1. Well, you know what, as a teacher, I can understand that. And as a, cousin or friend, I can understand that secondhand. I don't have autism, but I have significant mental health issues besides the anxiety, which is why I'm retired. So doing these lives is a big step for me, because it's me sharing like what I've learned and the things that I've come up with on my own even, which is really the next step, I think, in crafting besides just making things. I'm the first live that you've caught after your live. That's great. Donnie, did you watch my bee live? That Bee Live I did unannounced because I was too stressed out to tell anybody. And then people showed up. It was like at the beginning of May, I think. And at the beginning of the live, my kids put it on the TV the other day. It's the first one you've commented on. Donnie, that shocks me because you seem, and this is part of anxiety, you seem so calm and energetic and go by the flow when I watch you. And I think that those of us who have issues like that sometimes do a really good job of faking it when we're doing things. And I don't know if it's because people can't see you that it makes it easier for you to do it live also, but you go live pretty frequently. I'm trying to do that, but I haven't. This is my third one ever. What do you think of the design? You really are, Donnie. You are super try hard. I love watching you as much for your design as just your vibe. So what do we think of this so far? All right, so I have my sign and it does have 2 holes in it. Thank you, Kelly. But I'm like a little bit crazy that I didn't want to use green wire. I don't even know where I have green wire here. This is the wire that, thank you, Carla, that Carla always uses and that I use often. And sometimes I put pipe cleaners through these holes too, but I just think it's gonna look so bad with this in the middle with that. So I put these on the back. I don't know what they're called. Cable control, cable tie mounts. And I just added some rapid fuse glue to the back, dab or whatever Carla taught me to use. So I can use these, but you can use the holes, and I do have a hole puncher for them, but I don't know, I just felt like I didn't want the green on here. So I'm gonna put it through the little thing here. You can put it in either way. You'll be making burgers if your dad isn't home soon. I made burgers the other day, but I am not someone who really cooks. And my children are both home from college, and they're looking at me like I do, like they forgot that I don't. You know, you can eat while you watch me. And Donnie, sometimes I bring my iPad into my kitchen when I'm watching Carla, if I actually have been convinced to cook, just saying. I don't know how much my son loves that. So I'm gonna try to put this through. I'm really not that great at attaching these. I say a lot of bad words to myself when I do it. I never can do it all that well. So I'm gonna put these through here, and I'm gonna try to attach them through the first the inside 2 bars. But usually I have to flip it over. I'm not. You're freezing too? Oh no. It's not freezing on my iPad. So is it me or is it you? That's stressful. Maybe it's my phone. I tighten this too much. Because this needs to lay on top. You're good now? You're not freezing, Carla. Okay. You know what I think, now that I think about it, I might have turned my cell data off on my phone for Facebook because I have terrible cell service here. And for some reason, if the cell data is on, Facebook is using that and it's not working well for me in my home. And that's just here. So I'm trying to do this. I might have to make these pipe cleaners longer later. Carly, you make it so easy when you put your sign on. You'll do chores when you're done? Okay. I'm almost done, Donnie. I want these to lay just right because that was the part I was most excited about. So what do we think of that with the whole middle thing going on? It's stressing you out when it's freezing up? I've never had that problem before, so I don't, I guess you can go back and watch. Well, Donnie, we all have our bad days and our good days, so I get it. Stunning, thank you. So this is the thing I like most about the Klever Petal, actually. How the middle looks, which is why I did not want to use a sign or any cruffles. So I'm not sure. I have these painted, so you guys can tell me. Am I going to put any of these on? Maybe just the blue part? Or am I just going to leave it the way it is? Thank you for whoever just sprinkled me. Does anybody have an opinion about the stars? I don't know what I think. Just the blue part? Should I put them here or should I put them down here? I kind of like them up here. You like it like this? All right, well, this is a Fending glue gun. I don't know if you need to watch this part, but this is my new best friend, but it's a little bit abusive. It's a Ryobi, but it's the compact version, and it gets so exceptionally hot that I burn myself more than normal. So I am gonna at least try to use those little things, but it's unlikely that that's gonna be like my thing. So thank you, Donnie. So I'm just gonna add these stars and then I'm gonna post the finished thing later. So this is what it looks like. This is the whole thing. I'm not gonna add anything else to it because I really wanted the petal and the sign to be the stars of the show. I know very often the mesh is just used as a background material, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted the mesh to be, you know, the thing, which is what I think this petal is really good for. So thank you for coming, and I will post the wreath when it is hanging on my door or my wall or wherever after. Here I am. I actually make a bunch tonight, today, in case my mom watches later, because that's how my mom is. So thank you, Donnie. Thank you for coming by, and let me know in the comments when you go live because I'm usually home. All right, guys, thank you so much.